right. So firstly, Zack Snyder was announced as the cinematographer on Rebel Moon by producer Eric Newman, and he'll be shooting this movie in Red V Raptor ST, which I looked up, and it's actually a brand new camera. So I have searched for movies made with this camera, and there are none. So I think Rebel Moon is going to be the first movie being shot with this camera, and I'm pretty hyped for that. And also, Zack Snyder himself posted the day one images of Rebel Moon. So he's on set with, he's on location here with, the camera rig and a spaceship type of thing that is landed. It has a similar style to Ben Affleck's Flying Fox, and that's pretty cool. And we have another image from inside. It looks very mechanical and awesome. And then we have a first look at Djimon Hounsou, his character. So we don't know exactly who he's playing, but here's the first look. I think this is actually very, very interesting because the suit kind of looks like a Kryptonian suit with the inscription in it that probably means something. There's a crown symbol in the middle, so he's probably king of something. Um, and there's two infinity symbols on the shoulders, so I don't know what that means, but it's also interesting to see that. I know a lot of people are kind of, disappointed that Zack is doing this again because they were not liking the depth of field in Army of the Dead, which fuck those people. But I'm just kidding. I understand the preference of not enjoying that type of cinematography, but you have to remember Army of the Dead is a very specific type of movie. It's a zombie movie with character focused scenes. So it's not like the entire movie was just shot with the blurry background. It wasn't. Like only the close-ups were. So I don't think a space sci-fi movie will all be shot with the blurry background. It's just not something you do. Zack Snyder knows this. He's been in the business since like decades. So don't worry about it. I just don't know why people are freaking out about it as if this is Zack Snyder's first movie ever. Like, has he ever disappointed us?
Yeah, because like Dawn of the Dead looks exactly like Batman v Superman, or
Yeah,
Sucker Punch looks just
Man of Steel.
like yeah, Man of Steel. Like I don't understand that argument. People, I don't know if it's people who are actually fans of Zack Snyder made that up, or people who hate Zack Snyder made that up because it just doesn't make any sense. Because each Zack Snyder movie is different from the last. Every
Yeah,
single one of them. Look at Zack Snyder's Justice League, for God's sake. It looks so different than Man of Steel or even Batman v Superman.
yeah,
Watchmen. Like so, he's trying something new. He doesn't want his movies to be copy and paste. He doesn't want them to look exactly the same. He has different cinematographers at times. He has different maybe a second unit director. He has different writers involved. And that's good. He wants his movies to look different. We don't want the exact same movie every single time. And what Zack Snyder is so good at is reinventing stuff, is using different technology. He's been testing out the volume. He's using this new camera. He likes being a cinematographer now. He likes holding the camera. He likes being the director of photography. That's cool. And I can guarantee you the Rebel Moon will look so different than Army of the Dead. For one,
absolutely.
the actual story, the premise to it. One's a zombie movie in Las Vegas. The other one is is a space movie, a sci-fi Star Wars
With
inspired
aliens.
Seven Samurai, aliens, warriors, planets. Come on.
Army of the Dead 2, which is called Planet of the Dead, I think that movie is something that would be similar to this one. And even that would be extremely different from Army of the Dead 1.
Yeah, I like there's a great shot at the start of the movie where Zeus breaks out of the container, and he's
Yeah.
overlooking Las Vegas. Yeah, that's a great shot.
Yep.
shot of the planes going through Las Vegas and dropping the bombs. That's a cool
Yeah.
shot. Like it's not like every single shot was a blurry background shot.
Also,
So
Zack said that Rebel Moon is gonna be more in line. If there was one thing that's similar in the past to what Rebel Moon is gonna be like, he said that it's gonna be like the Man of Steel Krypton sequence on steroids. I didn't see any blurry backgrounds in that sequence. Have you?
oh, that was badass. That was cool.
It was.
Yeah, no, there's no problem there whatsoever. That's just a stupid narrative out there right now about Zack Snyder and blurry backgrounds. So yeah, that's cool. In the first look, Djimon Hounsou, he seems to be in every movie. He's a really good actor.
He's awesome. He's in DC movies. He's in Marvel movies. He's
everything.
the type of actor where most people probably don't know his name, but they recognize him by
Yeah, he
seeing.
pops up. It's cool.
Yes.
He looks badass, and yeah, I'm sure the symbols or the armor he's wearing, I'm sure it has some
Yeah.
meaning because the Kryptonian language was written for Man of Steel for the inside the Man of Steel suit, the
Yeah.
Superman suit. And it's got Joseph
And it was
Campbell. I
never
think.
explained in the movies, so it's not
No,
required, but it's still
no,
there.
it's some of the world build for the actors, probably for the
Yeah.
writers and stuff like that. But no, like yeah, so yeah, there's the ship there as well. It's early days yet. They're only early into the shooting because this shoot's going on in November. It's a very long shoot, and I like to show people the different scale. It's like the original Justice League was shooting from April to November.
Yes.
This is the same length shoot, and look how huge Zack Snyder's Justice League became.
Yep.
So, and this is 2 movies he's doing as well.
Yeah.
Rebel Moon 1 and Part 2. So, yeah, we're going to see a lot more behind the scenes photos. We'll probably get like character looks as well of Ray Fisher, Sophia Patella, how they're going to look, which will give
I'm
us an
excited
idea.
to see Sophia Boutell's character. Like she's
Yeah,
the lead, so
she's the lead. We haven't really seen anything yet. And yeah, so look, Rebel Moon, I'm very excited for this one. It's a story that he had originally for Star Wars. He pitched to them, but then it didn't happen, so it's reshaped into this Rebel Moon now, which is it's going to be. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one because like Netflix is really good at building TV franchises. So like Ozark, Stranger Things, whatever else they have as TV shows. But what they haven't done is built a movie trilogy in a way, or like a franchise. They've done it with a
yes.
few of the rom coms. I forget the name of them. The Kissing Boot, I think, is one of them, and then another one, teenage romance stuff. But they haven't had like a proper franchise. And this is what Zack is doing. He already has 2: Army of the Dead, Army of the Thieves, Planet of the Dead. Now Rebel Moon will be 1 and 2. They're already confirmed to have spin-offs, probably TV shows as well. So he's tackling he's building a movie franchise because what Netflix hopes is, when you're signing up for Netflix, Stranger Things is one of the big things, or
Yeah.
one of the. That's what they're hoping Rebel Moon can be, and Army of the Dead can be. 2, did you notice as well? One of them is the zombie genre, the other is the sci-fi genre.
Yep.
And I can guarantee you, I've been saying this for a while, down the line, he will make a superhero genre for them as well.
Yeah. But the thing is, Army of the Dead is not just a zombie genre movie. Like the first movie is a zombie
Yeah,
genre, but Army of Thieves was a heist movie.
true,
Um,
yeah.
and he said that there might be other spin-offs as well, so we'll have to wait for that. There's an animated movie for that one, a prequel animated movie. I don't know if that's gonna come out. But the sequel, Planet of the Dead, is again traveling probably to their planet, which would make it a sci-fi movie again. So, and it
Yeah.
has all the supernatural elements like Terminator and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's no longer just a zombie movie. That's also a sci-fi movie, and Rebel Moon is just a straight up Star Wars esque space sci-fi movie. So, I'm excited to see that. And that's like that. I've been saying this a lot, but it's really true because this is like my dream combination. Space sci-fi is my favorite genre ever, and Zack Snyder is my favorite director. So him doing this genre is like the dream. So I'm really, really excited to see that.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And he has no handcuffs. He's got and probably a huge budget if he wants to use it.
Yeah.
Unlike the other place he worked at. So, or in terms of like creative choices, and so like yeah, it's exciting. and we get a lot more behind the scenes photos and first looks and the first movie of like one of these movies is supposed to come out next year, I think. Rebel Moon sometime in 2023. Maybe the two of them will. I'm guessing maybe late 2023 we get the first one, and early 2023 we get the second one.
Yeah.
So or early 2024, I should say. So yeah, let's go. And I wonder if there's any more casting announcements to be made either. I see Jared Leto hanging out with some people television.
Yeah,
So
dude, if he's in this movie, oh, I just freak out.
yeah, that'd be cool.
People will just, they'll just freak out about it. But there's two other updates as well. So there is one filmmaker on set. I don't know what his role exactly is in the movie, but he posted a picture on his story and he said, "I just witnessed the biggest SFX explosion ever. Best day in my life." And he's calling Rebel Moon a masterpiece already. That's cool to see. And this is from yesterday. Steven Swain is the production designer on Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. His previous works include Star Wars The Force Awakens, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, Solo, A Star Wars Story, and House of the Dragon. So House of the Dragon hasn't come out yet, but the other three have, and I feel this is a pretty good bunch of movies to have on your resume. They're awesome visually, no matter what you think of the story or anything. Solo and Rogue One are awesome. The production design is amazing. Even Force Awakens, it looks amazing. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they make for this movie. Apparently, Zack is not going to be using the volume, the LED technology. Apparently, he's just going to be using green screens, which is cool to me because they're actually building sets. So it will be more physical sets than just green screen. So I'm excited to see that, like the spaceship we saw in the previous post. So yeah, what do you think of this? Do you think having the Star Wars production designer on this movie is pretty good?
Oh yeah, of course, the production design, because um correct me if I'm wrong, the volume technology wasn't around for Force Awakens and Rogue One.
No.
And it was like the sets were built, it was
Yeah.
CGI, it was green screen. The Mandalorian technology is pretty cool and it looks good, but it also has a limit in terms of what you
Yes.
can do. And a lot of if you were to really just dissect the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, they can't really do what they want, because on the set it does look a little bit fake if you were to really look at it in terms of like a chase sequence. It
Yeah.
looks like the same street and stuff like that. It doesn't look that's different. And then like you could see maybe how far a character could walk that way in a way.
Yeah.
But with production design, with like VFX stuff, you don't really have those issues at all. And I'm sure the volume is cool. Zack will use it eventually, and it's cool in the Mandalorian. There's some cool shots there and stuff. But I like when Zack has those kind of some natural shots mixed in with his VFX shots as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we get a lot of those. Man of Steel is very VFX heavy, but there's some cool shots of just Henry Cavill Superman, or it's just him as Clark walking down a road, and there's some
Yeah.
cool shots there, or walking out or coming out of the water, or in the snow and stuff like that. Those are real shots, and they're cool shots. And
Yeah.
I'd love to see. I think they will, because where they're shooting, where they shot the original trilogy for Star Wars, I think there's been a lot of shots like that, natural shots. And what I really like from Eternals is, I think was it the first MCU movie to shoot on location, or one of the first, and it adds a lot to the movie. Of course, there's visual effects or CGI, but some of those shots are breathtaking in Eternals when you get to see them in theaters. So yeah, Zack will have a mixture of that, and I prefer that instead of just volume, volume, volume. So yeah, look at
Yeah.
Zack Snyder. He can make anything work. He'll have a beautiful looking movie.
Exactly. Like even his haters acknowledge that he has the best visuals. So if he's working with the volume, I'm sure he would have done a really good job. But I feel like it's a good thing that he is working with something that he already has experience with and not something brand new. So it's not experimental. You know what I mean? So I actually like that he's going the traditional route. I don't know what the reason is for that shift, but I'm glad that this is happening. But I cannot wait to see more set pictures. I cannot wait to see more cast announcements and more first look reveals. I cannot wait to see Jared Leto in it. I'm just kidding. But wouldn't it be bonkers if he's in it?
Yeah, the voice of an alien or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.